Okay, we're in the end of September here, September 29th, I believe it is. And, God, how many scandals have been this? There's been like 5 scandals or 4 scandals. See if I can recount them quickly. There was the scandal last week of the Pence being ordered by Trump to stay in the Trump Hotel in Doonbeg, Ireland, which was 4 hours away from Dublin, which is where Pence was supposed to have the meeting. But because Trump wanted to make money, because money is the most important thing in life. Okay, it's not character. It's not telling the truth. It's not being a good person or doing good things or doing good work. It's making money, whichever way you can, even illegally, I think. Trump doesn't mind. Trump doesn't mind making money illegally and improperly. That's for you, WBCK and Trumpers, people who voted for Trump. No, and he doesn't mind cheating on his taxes. My guess is that he's guilty of tax evasion. And he doesn't mind cheating on his wives. So that's for those for you Christian conservatives. What is this? What is the commandment? Thou shalt not covet thy neighbor's wife. What? I don't know. It's one of the commandments, right? Christian people. Let me make an aside here. I think Trump has violated all of them, all of them, except thou shalt not kill. I don't think he's. If you include the Washington Post reporter that was killed by their friends, the Saudis. Now, our guess is that Trump gave the green light. Are the Christians out there listening? No, I don't know. They're listening to WBCK and Fox News. So Trump may have violated all of the 10 commandments. Of course, he doesn't go to church. He doesn't read the Bible. Wow. Okay, where was I? Explaining this week the scandals. So, Vice President Pence is ordered to stay at a Trump hotel because the most important most important thing is money. Isn't that what Jesus said? Isn't there somewhere in the Bible money is the most important thing, man? This is how much money you get. If you get $1 billion, you're really up there. You're really great. If you get like 10 billion or 50 billion, you're really, really, really great. So Trump has Pence stay at the hotel, or his Trump hotel in Doonbeg, Scotland, and incurring $1 million in ground transportation fees, because Pence had to travel to the other side of Ireland to get to Glasgow, to get to the meeting that he was supposed to get to. Instead of staying in Glasgow in a cheap or reasonably priced hotel there, he stayed at the Trump place on the other side of the island. And then the other scandal was and you military people out there, maybe you know about this kind of scandal and graft and corruption, is the military now has to refuel at Turnberry, Scotland. And Turnberry, Scotland airport is near a Trump hotel, which is losing money, by the way. Of course, everything Trump does loses money practically. And so they have to refuel there in Turnberry, Scotland, stay overnight, and then when they stay overnight, they have to stay at the Trump hotel and pay a way above fees. So how much have I burned up on scandal? Did I cover all the scandal? And then 3 people arrested in a $1.5 billion $1.5 billion scam of the FEMA, Federal Emergency Management Agency, in the rebuilding of the electrical grid in Puerto Rico. 3 people, 2 people were FEMA people, and the third was a contractor. Was it 1.5 or 1.8? I think it was 1.8 billion in lost money. And Trump doesn't care because he doesn't care about Puerto Rico because they speak Spanish, right? They speak Spanish, they're not white. So those are the 3 graft corruption ones, and you voted for him. Thank you for voting for him. Well, you Trumpers voted for him, and Calhoun County voted for him. WBCK listeners voted for him, and Rank voted for him. Tim Collins voted for him. And I don't hear that scandal. I don't hear any of these scandals. The Pence one is going to be upwards of $1 million cost in that trip alone. Who knows what the lodging is? The ground transportation is. Oh, and of course, the mini scandal. I've got a 4th mini scandal. Pence was up at Mackinac Island, and he had to have, and I don't know if this was Trump or Pence, but it could be both that had this idea. They have to have, they're on Mackinac Island, which is not supposed to have motor vehicles. Pence had an 8-car motorcade to get from where? It's only a small island. You could walk. You could walk from the airport. If you could get to the airport, he has to have 8 limousines or motorcade or whatever to get to the Mackinac. I'm going to have to get some pictures of that. The Mackinac meeting of the Republicans. So that was a mini scandal. So that's 4 mini scandals. That was just in 1 week. Did we have anybody fired or resigned? Let me think. Anybody fired or resigned? I don't think so within the last week, but I could be wrong. There's so many firings and resignations that so this week the impeachment started. The impeachment started because there was a whistleblower who said that Trump had talked to the president of Ukraine, sort of bribing him, saying, if you get dirt on Biden, and at this point I don't even care what the dirt on Biden is. I don't like Biden anyway that much, but I'd vote for him. But the deal was that we would get, Trump offered more military aid. He blocked the military aid. And then to military aid to Ukraine. And then he calls up, right after he blocks the military aid that was appropriated by Congress, he calls up the new president of Ukraine and says, you need to do me a little favor. God. And the president of Ukraine says, yes, we do need your Javelin missiles or Javelin whatever. And so that's a long introduction. And then this whistleblower released, had a 9-page complaint to the Inspector General, which was supposed to go to Congress, and they blocked it and held it up, and then Congress subpoenaed it. Well, then the shiza hit the fan. And so then Trump freaks out, and then he releases a transcript of his call, which to the president of Ukraine, which basically says what the whistleblower says, or similar, saying that he was pressuring the president of Ukraine to get stuff on Biden. And then Trump even admits it. He says, well, what's wrong with that? I don't know. What's wrong with it getting dirt? And then they all hide this stuff on a secret server. He does exactly what he accused Hillary Clinton of. And I'm not a Hillary Clinton fan. Or, I vote for her, but she's got problems and things I don't like about her. So they're hiding phone calls, transcripts, whatever, in a top secret server in the White House or in the executive office, okay, which is normally reserved for intelligence, classified intelligence secrets, not phone calls. You know, intercepts, military stuff. So, okay, let me get back here. I went into a long preamble. Sorry. Okay, I went into all the how many scandals did I get in that previous segment? 5 or 6. Okay, Trumpers, I'm getting a little tired of having to tell you what land are you living in? Do you not read newspapers? I'm assuming you don't read newspapers, and I'm assuming you don't go on the internet. This clip here is of Reddit. This screenshot here. It's Reddit. It's one of the most popular news sites besides Facebook and besides Twitter on the internet. And just to tell you how much people hate Trump on Reddit, and I don't think Reddit is run by Democrats. I don't think the Democratic Party is that good. They're not that competent, to be totally frank about it. But okay, this is the news item, and it's got 59K. So it was one of the top news items of last week or the last couple of days. 59 upvotes because people hate Donald Trump. They really, really dislike him, at least at Reddit. Okay. So, and let's just take a look. I don't have my pointer here. You can't see it. In the upper part here, the very top, in the small lettering, it's got symbols. It's got a gold symbol, 17 gold awards, 10 platinum awards, 57 silver awards in the title, Mega Threat Reports Indicate House Speaker Nancy Pelosi or Speaker Pelosi to announce formal impeachment inquiry of President Trump. So that got how many awards? I don't know, almost 100 awards, gold medals, 10 platinum. I'm talking about the very, very top here, posted by somebody, the moderator, 3 days ago. 10 platinum, 17 gold, 57 silver. Okay, so I don't know. I'm mystified as to what you like about Trump. He's a total fraud because he lies about everything. He was a horrible businessman. He went bankrupt 4 times, at least 4 times. Almost everything he started. Trump Airlines, I showed that before. Trump Airlines, Trump Steak, Trump Vodka, Trump Magazine, Trump Finance, Trump Network. They all failed. Okay? Then he had the 4 casinos. They all failed. So he sucks as a businessman. He sucks. And he inherited $400 million from his daddy. Now, you people out there in in Calhoun County or Battle Creek or WBCK land, did you inherit $400 million from your daddy? No, you didn't. Okay, no, you didn't. I didn't. You wouldn't even be in Calhoun County if you inherited $400 million. You probably wouldn't even be in Michigan. You'd be on the West Coast or the East Coast. So you dummies out there who voted for this total fraud, who's never worked. And let me just emphasize this: he's never had a hard day's work in his life. He's always worked for Daddy. He's always been on Daddy's payroll. So Tim Collins and Rank, were you always on your daddy's payroll? I have to say, I'm going to go into a little history here of me. I worked as a dishwasher. Wow. Brutal. It was absolutely brutal. I had an 8-hour shift from, what time was it for? I think it was 4 to 12. I think it was, 4 to 12. Okay. The stuff kept coming in, piling in, glasses, coffee cups, salad plates, what do you call it? Tumblers for alcohol. My hands had swollen up at the end of my shift, my hand, I don't know if it was a chemical reaction or the heat or what, but my hands were all puffy. I was tired, of course. I was totally wet. I was wet below the waist because the water's splashing everywhere. Soap is splashing everywhere. Food is splashing everywhere. I would like Donald to do 1 week as a dishwasher. You know what? And he can do it in that his stupid tie and his stupid suit. And he can even wear a MAGA hat while doing it. That would be wonderful reality TV. I'm sorry, I'm getting really wound up here. So just to tell you people, this is your alternate world. Okay, on the internet, when you go onto Facebook, and they also hate him on Twitter. Okay, so what's trending now? Trending now is resign. Trump resign. Last week it was impeach Trump, or Nancy impeach Trump now, or there was so many anti-Trump hashtags. Okay, so now we have the impeachment going, and there are going to be 6 committees in the House looking at impeachment. And I'll name 5 of them because I can't remember the 6th one. The Judiciary Committee is going to be doing part of the impeachment inquiry. The House Intelligence Committee, which took the testimony about the whistleblower, they are going to look into their area of impeachment, presumably this whistleblower business. Judiciary Committee could be looking into obstruction of justice because there's plenty of incidences of obstruction of justice. The Banking Committee is going to be looking into the Deutsche Bank loans because there's all kinds of hanky-panky loan stuff, hiding money, moving money, money laundering. I don't know if the Banking Committee could take care of money laundering. Let's see. So Intel, Judiciary, Banking, Ways and Means going to look into the tax returns because Trump lied during the entire campaign. Trump lied during the entire campaign about releasing his tax returns. He had no intention of releasing his tax returns, right, Trumpers? So we still don't have his tax returns, and I don't even think they were under audit. His lie is they were under audit. I can't release them. Yeah, you can release them if they're under audit. You can release any tax return for the last 20 years. So my guess is he's paying hardly anything in taxes. He probably is cheating on his taxes, and we'll find out when we get the tax returns released. He's already violating the subpoenas for the tax, what they call it, subpoenas for the tax releases. Okay, so Banking, Ways and Means, Judiciary, Intel. Oh, House Oversight Committee is another one. That's the 5th one. The 6th one, I don't know which one that is. I can't remember. Nancy Pelosi announced it. So, just to reiterate, now, I wish the WBCK people and the Fox people would occasionally go on to Facebook or Twitter or what we call the internet. The internet, the internet tubes. The tubes with the internet. Okay, look at this. I'm going to emphasize this. This was one of the top-rated news items at Reddit. And by the way, Reddit has 5 million subscribers. 5 million subscribers. And you look at those awards. I don't think Trump is going to make it to the end of the term. I think he's going to either resign or he's going to be removed or something. A person who's disliked this much. I mean, okay, you guys hated Obama. You hated him because he was black. You hated him because he's successful. You hated him because he's educated. You hated him because he's articulate. Okay. All right. But I don't recall Obama getting, these huge, what do you call it, awards for critical articles against him. I don't recall that. So, I don't know. Oh, I'm going to just, I'm I'm a little tired, and there are about like 5 or 6 or 7 articles that I could go over. They're all the same, pretty much similar things, talking about how Trump lies, how he's under investigation, the whistleblower business. God, there's so many scandals going on. But let me remind you people. This is the picture. Okay, what do you define as a lie? Trump takes this chart. This is a NOAA chart of the hurricane path of the Hurricane Dorian. Path of the Hurricane Dorian. It doesn't hit Alabama. Trump says it was going to hit Alabama. It doesn't. It hardly. It was like a remote, less than 1% chance it would get anywhere near Alabama. But because Trump, exaggerates, and then when he's caught in an exaggeration, he has to lie about it. So this is the Sharpie incident. So you can see the original. This is the NASA. The original projection was it would slice a little bit of Georgia, and it would get some of the Panhandle in Florida, but it wouldn't get Alabama. So Donnie takes his Sharpie, and he loves the Sharpies. He signs his name with Sharpies, and he takes the Sharpie and he extends it out. Well, who's that gonna fool? Is it gonna fool you people, you Trumpers? Or the WBCK audience, Rank? Tim Collins? Are you fooled? You think it's gonna hit Alabama because Donnie put a Sharpie there and extended it? Man, you guys are something else. I don't know. It's just, okay, so I won't go into the news story. I'm gonna put the disclaimer at the end. And this man lies every day about everything. And there's small lies, medium-sized lies, large lies, extra large lies, extra large lies, and jumbo extra large lies. So he's got lies of all different sizes, all different kinds, and they're the best lies ever. Okay, sorry, I just got done with another mini rant. Okay, I guess I don't know which audience who is bothering to listen to this broadcast, if anybody. But right now, the President Trump, who I have to mention, he lost the popular vote, and he never liked, really, and a lot of people voted against Hillary Clinton, so they ended up voting for Trump even though they didn't like him. So he never won the popular vote. Actually, Clinton won the popular vote by 3 million. Okay, so in a way, he's an illegitimate president. He barely scraped through the Electoral College, and by 70,000 votes in 3 states or 4 states, I can't remember what inside flush, what do they call it in poker? Or a black swan event. So really, if the Russians hadn't helped him, I don't think he would have won the election. I think he would have lost. And in fact, I think that he didn't think he was going to win the election. Nobody thought. Pence didn't think they were going to win the election. Melania didn't think we were going to win the election. Okay, and I don't think Donald thought he was going to win the election. But the Russians were expert at trolling and using Facebook and using Twitter and doing bots and planning fake news stories, etc. So by some fluke, Trump wins. They did a really good job of targeting the states, the Midwestern states. That was the only really imaginative, genius thing, and that wasn't even Trump's idea, I don't think. But so now we're in impeachment land, and let me start again. You knew he was a liar. You knew he was a racist. Okay, so you knew he was a liar. You knew he was a racist. And then some of you probably knew he was a really horrible businessman, but you voted for him anyway. Wait a second, I'm laughing. Yeah, you knew he lied a lot. And, he was just a wonderful racist, wasn't he? God, the Mexicans are rapists, they're terrorists, they're drug dealers, they murder people right and left. All the Mexicans they're killing people. A lot of baloney. A lot of baloney. And you guys what? You swallowed all that? And then Trump would actually retweet racist stuff from white supremacist groups, from the KKK, from neo-Nazi. Oops, I retweeted something. Oop, I didn't know what I was retweeting. I don't know, it just sounded racist. I didn't know it was from the KKK. I didn't know it was from the Daily Stormer. I didn't know it was from the neo-Nazis. I don't know. Pardon me. This is so absurd, this guy. Everything about him is fake. I'm going to say that. His orange hair is fake. Okay, his tan is fake. It's sprayed on. His business career was a total fake failure. His marriage with Melania is fake. Almost everything about him is fake. So did I get them all? Oh, and he's got fake bone spurs. So he didn't have to. So did I get it all? There, fake marriage, fake business career. He sort of faked his way through college. I'm assuming he got C's and D's. I don't know. Melania lied too. Melania lied about her Einstein. Melania dropped out of college. Yeah, Melania's going to get in trouble for that, I think. She lied on. I think you have to apply for the visa. I don't know. If you guys that's breaking the law. She dropped out after 1 year of college. She claimed to have graduated from college. No, Melania, I think, can barely speak English. They brag. Of course, Melania has to brag that she speaks 6 languages. I think she has a real hard time speaking English. And I'll bet she has a real hard time reading English. But hey, so he's total fake person, and the money that he has was mostly from his father. So he's fake wealthy. He was never a billionaire. Let me just say that again. He was never a billionaire. He had to fake that. He had to call up Fortune magazine. Did I get in there? Did I get into the top 400? Did I? Did I? Oh God, I'm sorry. I'm going to blow a gasket here. So everything about him is fake. Everything. God, it's just. So where am I going? Oh, we're going through the impeachment. That's going to take up another. If Trump doesn't resign, that will take up the entire next year. Nothing's going to happen. Mitch McConnell isn't going to do anything in the Senate. He's going to block anything that comes out of the House. Okay, and the House is going to do impeachment. The Senate has not taken up any of the House bills that they passed. The House has passed a bunch of bills. McConnell doesn't care. He's not going to negotiate. He's not even going to put them on the floor for a debate or for amendments. He doesn't care. His idea is to obstruct, is to block and obstruct, and not help the American people. Because what? McConnell is filthy wealthy. So I don't know how wealthy McConnell is. Does he have 500 million? 100 million? I don't know. Yeah, and his Kentucky is dirt poor. Kentucky is dirt poor. He's from Kentucky. He's supposedly representing Kentucky. And his wife is making a ton of money. Elaine Chao is making a ton of money. So what does McConnell care? He doesn't care about you people. God, I don't know why you people vote Republican. Why do you? You vote for these rich people that do nothing for you. You know what? I'm going to put up the debt chart. That's what I'm going to do. I'm starting to get angry here. I'm getting all wound up. I'll put up the debt chart and show you how you're just getting ripped off by McConnell and Trump. Trump is not going to hardly pay anything in taxes because he cut his own taxes. Let me put up the debt, my debt clip, and you can watch the debt just go up. Okay, yeah, we're at the end of September, beginning of October, 2019, and the impeachment has started. And I will say, if Trump does not resign, then this will consume months, if not a year. There's enough scandal in Trump's background, and you can, I'm thinking of, there's money laundering, which Mueller report never covered the Russian money laundering aspect of Trump. Trump has been to Russia 3 times, I think, visited. His kids have been to Russia, I don't know how many times. He was trying to build a tower, Moscow Tower, during the campaign. He was trying to negotiating with, so he's lied consistently. Now, you don't care about lying? Are you going to tell me, oh, Obama lied, Clinton lied, Lincoln lied, Jefferson lied, and Washington lied, so we don't mind lies? I don't know, whatever. This is called whataboutism. You guys are great at whataboutism. What about so-and-so? He lied. What about the guy down the street? He lied. So Trump can lie too, can he? Here, marvel at the national debt. You Republicans and you BCK people and you Fox people, you were all worried about the national debt. Under Obama, you were worried about it. Now you couldn't care less. And it's going to be worse. It's going to be way worse. Because you cut taxes on the wealthy. You always cut taxes on the wealthy, and it never works out. It never works out. So, I'm just going to let that sit up there. Sorry. And I'm speaking to the real hardcore people now. The hardcore Fox News people, the hardcore WBCK people, Rank, Tim Collins. I hate to name you out, but I guess this is the new normal with Trump. So you people are Republican through and through, and you hate Democrats. You really hate Democrats. And Tim Collins, I know you hate George Soros. We had a little discussion about George Soros. So you voted for Ronald Reagan, right? You all did. You did your duty, and you voted for Ronald Reagan, and he had 2 terms. And he doubled the national debt because he cut taxes and didn't cut spending. He increased spending. All right, he increased spending on defense. He increased spending on Social Security. He increased spending on Medicare. I'll bet even spending on Medicaid went up during Ronald Reagan. And the tax cut didn't grow the economy enough to make out the deficits. So the deficits soared. There were 8 straight years of deficits under Ronald Reagan. Okay? Your man, you voted for him. And then we get, who else did you vote for? Well, then there was Herbert Walker Bush, 4 years, and then Bill Clinton. I don't know, who did Bill Clinton beat Herbert Walker Bush. And so Bill Clinton, at the end of his administration, there were 4 balanced budgets because they raised taxes. Bill Clinton and I think it was a Democratic House at the first 2 years, and they raised taxes. Not a lot, but they raised them, enough. And then there was no stupid wars. So you raise taxes a little bit. You don't have any stupid wars, and then he had a really good economy. He was lucky at that. He was lucky he had a good economy. So you have 4 years of balanced budgets, or 3. I don't know what it was. 3, 4. And then you people, and I'm talking about the WBCK and Rank and Fox, and you did your duty and you voted for George W. And what happened to those balanced budgets in the first year under George W? you rammed through more stupid tax cuts for the wealthy, and then you started 2 wars. You started a war in Iraq, which was completely idiotic, but you cheered it on anyway. WBCK, right? You went for the war. I don't know where Rank was, but Tim Collins, you were for the war, right? Yellow ribbons and all that baloney, and the magnetic ribbons on your cars that were made in China for $2. That was your sacrifice. Ooh, I'm getting way. I gotta slow down. Cool off. Yeah, that war was idiotic, but you supported it anyway. And that war is going to cost $2 trillion, $3 trillion. It was a total disaster. It was based on lies. They were well-told lies, mostly by Dick Cheney. So you voted for a failed presidency in George W. Bush, okay, and now you've voted for a failed presidency in a total liar, racist, Donald Trump. Your track record is looking really horrible. I voted for Bill Clinton. We had a balanced budget and a good economy and no stupid wars. So maybe my voting record is a little bit better than yours. And then you were worried about the blowjob. So you tried to impeach Bill Clinton on the blowjob. We're worried about a whole raft of, we're worried about obstruction of justice, money laundering, tax evasion, emoluments clause, violation of the emoluments clause, conflict of interest, releasing of classified documents to Russia, or a whole raft of things. Maybe 6 articles of impeachment we're worried about. Not a blowjob, not a consensual blowjob. By the way, there's nothing in the Constitution about blowjobs. There's nothing in the Constitution about blowjobs. There is something about a Constitution about emoluments, receiving emoluments. And Donald Trump is receiving emoluments. Every day he's receiving emoluments. And you can look that up. It's EMOLUMENTS, emoluments. There are 2 clauses in the Constitution on emoluments. Okay, this is a lot of ranting. Sorry. So, this is... I think what I'm going to do here, I'm going to just take a break. I'm going to put up some pictures of the Titanic sinking, and that'll be in music, and I think that'll be the end of the, because I'm really tired of talking about Trump. He's so horrible. He's so unbelievably horrible. He's worse than Nixon. He's way worse than Richard Nixon. Okay, he's going to be one of the worst presidents ever, or at least that we know of in history.
Access Vision. Your voice, your community.